Now, let me be a little cynical for a second and say,
Of course.
let's say the investors don't care. Anthropic can pay $1 billion a year. They have money. That's fine. What would the practical solution be? Like, was there another practical benefit to being able to access this content in a way that's fair and legal?
I think number one, I'm predicting that we're going to see less large language models and more small language models. Like you and I, anybody, we can go develop our own AI tool. We can create a small model. And I use the example of maybe like a medical care model, for instance. You're going to want to build that on textbooks and peer reviewed journal content and not on the comments from WebMD. And if you don't know where your content is coming from, it's going to be harder to say this is high quality and it's going to hallucinate less if it is, very controlled and very well used. And I hope that like future models are being trained that way. And I think that the technology, as I understand, is evolving so that building these smaller language models is more and more
Mm.
viable.
So then what I'm hearing you say is because the big models have been limited to what they can take for free, they probably don't have access to peer reviewed journals or other things that are high quality academic writing.
Right, and that stuff is really being locked down. I mean, that is absolutely been in response to this like scraping is that high value content is being put behind
Mm.
paywalls. Research reports and everything that may have been previously like, maybe not visible, but not locked down is disappearing from the web. Like the
Mm.
good stuff is, yeah, and there are already people negotiating. They have lawyers, they have rights people, they're signing, they're doing it with handwriting and maybe some Stripe transactions between them. But it's definitely happening, and we're seeing that. And then on the flip side, and this is future, for authors, it's this ability
Yeah.
to sell the rights.
Without having to hire your own rights team and lawyers and go find a way to sell your own rights to giant companies like Anthropic.
Exactly. Yeah.
I started this podcast because of an image that came to me in a dream. Back when cities had walls, everyone passed through the gate. Talk to enough people there and you'd understand the city. I wanted to stand at the gate and understand not just how AI was changing, but how AI was changing us. If you know someone building or leading with AI, or if this episode was useful, an introduction, a share, or a quick review on your podcast app all help keep these conversations going and help others find them. You can reach me on LinkedIn at Daniel Maneri or by email at daniel@maneri.house. That's Daniel at manary.haus. Thanks for listening.